What's going on, guys? It's Plastic Beach X here with the Culver's Crew UA channel, and today we're going to be watching and commentating over the last round, the finals of the Eggman and GG Haven 4X box tournament that happened over the weekend. In the finals, it's going to be Saito on Saito on the left, and then Nick on Shinomiya and Reno on the right, I would assume. I don't know the list yet because they haven't been posted to Eggman events, but they should be. They said today. Sunday as we're recording. Regardless, this was a 5-round tournament. I'm not sure how many people I was actually supposed to play in this tournament, but some unfortunate other stuff came up that I had to miss it. So we're going to be watching the finals. If you want to watch the original commentary, it's going to be in the description below, of course. Other than that, make sure to subscribe to the Culver's Crew UA channel. We post daily games and commentary videos like this one. Before we even get into the match, I'm going to say Sick Mat by Saito, that, if you don't know, is a Spellground Obsidian 2011. Looks to be an original. I don't think the reprint would have that type of fabric, I don't believe. I honestly haven't seen the reprint in person, but this looks like an original and has a little wear on it, I would say. I have the same exact mat, which, shout out to him with the black sleeves. That's what I rock. So Saito, pretty hype for the setup. And then Nick has a pretty cool Naruto mat with the Miele leave-in conditioner on the bottom. So making sure that he looks snazzy while playing some UA. But let's get into the game here. I believe I have this on 1.5. Let's try 1.75. and see how that goes. Looks like Sarah's going to start. They're going to play 1-drop Hajime, or 0-drop Hajime past the turn. Or no, that's 2-drop Hajime, sorry. Because he has 0 cards on the field, it's going to be counted as a 0 cost. And they're going to play Reno. Nick's going to play Reno, 0-drop Vanilla, into Igarashi in the front row. It's pretty interesting. Off the rip, just playing a 0-drop in the front row. I could see it versus like Kenshin. But Sarah's gonna go to 2 AP here. Going to play the 1-drop Saito. It lets him look at the top 2, put a purple card with no affinities in the trash. And then a 0-drop Saito, pass the turn. Hold up. I'm going to rewind a little bit. Alright, now it's going to be Nick's turn after this 0-drop. Okay, yeah, they drew for turn. Go to 2 AP, push up the Reno, play a Kikoru 0 and a Reno 0. So they just have a ton of 0s in hand, but they're going to get pretty aggressive here. Going to hit a no trigger and then a no trigger. Very unfortunate. But the Saito player is going to play their double energy Kenshin, which doesn't do anything on play, but then they have enough to raid their 4-drop Kenshin, or sorry, their 4-drop Saito. Look at the top 5 for a Saito, Kenshin, or the card that they don't play. I believe it's called Sanosuke. And then it has Nullify and can't be blocked by 2,000 or less. They're going to end up taking... it's funny. I was actually at a One Piece regional one time, and I was like 7-1 or something, and I was doing this combo with the obsidian, or the onyx spellground with the black sleeves, and someone said that I was soft cheating. My opponent said I was soft cheating because he was confused with how much life I had, which is hilarious. But anyway, Saito's gonna play their final restand 2 AP. Going to raid into another 4-drop Hajime. Search top 5. Unfortunately, I just don't know the alts that well. And then gonna play their double energy Saito, which is gonna push up on play a Saito or a Kenshin or a Sanosuke, I believe. So I'm gonna push up that Saito 2-drop. Gonna swing 4. Rena's gonna take it, hit a special, kill the Saito, and then swing 2. Pass a turn. 25, I believe, actually. Nick is going to start off with playing a Kikoru in the back row, the 2-drop that counts as a 3, and then going to raid Reno. Going to be able to play something off of that. Going to play Kikoru on play because it was played by an ability. Going to restate an AP. And then going to play the 3-drop event. Okay, search top 4. Personally, now, you know, I'm not the best at the game either. Or, you know, I shouldn't say either. I'm not the best at the game. But to me, this card is like unreal bait. It lets you look at the top 4, play down a 3-drop, actually 4-drop or less from the top 4. But I feel like in this deck, wouldn't you just rather it be another 3-drop to be able to play off of your abilities? I don't know. I guess it's another enabler for like Kikoru and Iharu, but I don't know. I'd just rather have monsters to play rather than just like having random top 4, because what if you just like hit terribly? But they hit the Kafka, which is pretty crazy, especially with oh no, they used their last energy for, oh no, okay, yeah, because they restood off the Kikoru. Okay, so yeah, pretty crazy here. They could hit the Kafka ability, tap to draw, and then play something down from the hand. Gonna play the Iharu because it was played off an ability, gonna restand itself and get 500 or something. Gonna go 4 with the Reno. So yeah, that combo right there was pretty sick with that card. I just feel like a lot of times, yeah, maybe it's good. Maybe it's good. I just always feel like I'd rather have a body in hand whenever I'm playing this deck, but they're gonna swing with the Reno, hit a raid trigger, gonna raid the Hajime, look at top 5. Find another double energy generator Hajime that pushes up, and then pass a turn because they free block the 35 and the 25. Gonna go to Hajime's turn or Ciro's turn. They're got 4 energy, 2 raids that can't be blocked by this Reno. They're obviously gonna try and set up for a Saito 6-drop if they can, but obviously we don't know their hand. Gonna play this Saito and not push up anything. Gonna special, kill a 5,000 or less. Gonna kill the Reno, and now they can raid into the Saito from the back line. It's gonna gain, it has impact innately. They're gonna start with a 4, can't be blocked by 2,000 or less. Gonna hit a color trigger. Gonna tap the other Saito and freeze it. So they were able to avoid getting their Saito snipe tapped by that by swinging with, or like their Saito frozen by that by swinging with this first. Wouldn't matter anyway, because if you are going to swing with this first, it's going to be tapped anyway, so probably the opponent taps something, the other 2 Hajimes instead. You know, if it's a special, you really don't want to push this up as a first swing. The benefits to pushing it up or using it as the very first swing of the turn is that you avoid an active trigger on the card that you want to kill, but I guess in this situation, like, do you really care about them keeping either of these characters? You just want to remove something. So like an active trigger isn't the worst situation, so you'd rather play around the special to keep the body on board. But they are going to snipe. They're deciding whether they want to snipe into the only Reno raid target or the Ohara, which is a 3,500, which can be boosted very easily by their other cards, like the Kikoru raid. So they are going to choose to hit the potential 4K. And then with the impact, going to hit a no trigger, I think. Could have been an active. Gonna choose to push up both Kikoru, the 3-drop and the 2-drop. Gonna play Kafka, tap an energy, draw a card, or tap an AP, draw a card. Into a Higurashi, gonna boost the Kikoru by 500 this turn. And then going to special, can kill a 5k or less, getting killed the Saito. And then going to swing 4 with the Kikoru. Hit a draw trigger. I think 35, block in 2. Hit a colored trigger. Going to be able to play 2 drop or less from the trash. I know they have another color trigger in there they could play. They have the, maybe they don't have the, maybe they rated over the Saito that lets you look at top 2. But they're going to take the Kenshin. Oh, sorry, it was a Kenshin that lets them look at top 2. And put something in the trash. So they're going to go ahead and play that. Then they're going to play, I forget that card's name, but on play it lets you draw a card. I believe if you have no affinities on the field or something to that effect. Oh, no, it's just draw 1, trash 1. It's just draw 1, trash 1. Yep. It's for the other purple deck. But the ability you use in this deck is just a draw 1, trash 1. And then going to play the Saito that pushes up and choose not to push up anything. And then play Saito, raid Saito in the back. Gonna start with the 4K unblockable by 2K or less. Going to hit a no trigger Kafka. Gonna have to block with the other 4K with the Kikoru. And then gonna snipe out the 3-drop Kikoru and get impact, and then hit another color trigger. Going to freeze something here. Going to tap and freeze the Saito on the far right, the nullify Saito, and block out with the Igarashi on the 2k swing from the Kenshin 0 cost. Not looking great for the Kikoru player, obviously. But maybe if they can fumble a double impact combo here, fumble through a double impact combo here, they could get there, but they just unfortunately don't have the cards to do so. They only have 1 Kikoru, which is going to get their 1 impact, and it is going to be 5k, I believe, on both players' turns, but does it really matter? Because they have the impact Saito and they weren't able to remove it this turn. So unless they hit a final, they are just dead, and now they're double dead through a final. Gonna start with the 4k unblockable by 2k or less. So they have to give up the Kikoru there. They could have blocked with the Kikoru first for 5, I think, right? Unless Kikoru has to be exactly 3, but I'm pretty sure it's 3 or less, right? Cost 3 or less characters. Cost 3. Well, maybe it is just cost 3 characters, actually. Never mind, so it wasn't 5k. My bad. But Saito's going to end up getting it there. Pretty just a dominating game by the Saito player. Unfortunately for the Kikoru player, they just didn't see enough Kikorus to be able to substantially get through the multiple 4k bodies that Saito is able to stick on the field. And then the snipe impact, of course, the 5 swings is just a crazy deck Saito is. Yeah, not much else to say about it. Congrats to Zero for winning the 4-box tournament. Yeah, make sure to check out the stream. Make sure to check out Culver's Crew UA for more Union Arena videos. Once again, we post daily, either games or commentary like this one. So if you enjoyed it, like the video, comment down below what you think of these. Once the deck lists get in, I'll try to edit the descriptions to put the deck list in there. But yeah, peace out.